Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard Cisneros at your service. Today I'll be reading the April 25th Daily Inspirational Message, the condensed version, 2 paragraphs long. Then I'll center myself, say a little prayer, and then make a couple comments on the message, and I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. Okay, here we go. The title: Receiving Peace by Seeing It in Others. Paragraph 1. Today, when we interact with people, let us take a moment to acknowledge that they are not in our presence by chance. They have been gifted to us and us to them. We can reach a higher level of consciousness by acknowledging that what we see in each other is a reflection of our own internal condition. What we project onto others is based on how we choose to define this world. This awareness helps us better understand the false beliefs that we're holding within that are separating us from the state of peace. Being all one, it is what is within us that we see projected onto others. Being God's creations in truth, all we can ever be is the love that God is. And peace is an expression of God's love. Paragraph 2. Today, let us practice increasing our level of peace by offering it to others. Before we have contact with anybody, let's remind ourselves, above all else, peace is my goal for this interaction. Knowing that we are all one, what I offer others, I reinforce within myself. What I offer others must first flow through me. Thus, it is I who is responsible for my own level of peace or pain. Today, let me thank, not judge, those who are helping me practice choosing peace instead of pain. As I make the choice for peace, I strengthen and reinforce my sense of being worthy of peace. Now I know that being one with the state of peace is a reflection of my own choices and efforts. Now I know that those who challenge my peaceful state are simply helping me practice choosing and thus reinforcing the peaceful person that I want to be. Right. Receiving peace by seeing it in others. Okay. The goal in every daily inspirational is really to come closer and closer to your loving nature and being able to align with it more and more throughout the day so you can align less and less with the ego's mindset and programming. And so peace, being an expression or an aspect of love, is our goal today. So let us go into our goal with the knowledge that every person that we think about or interact with is either helping us reinforce our peaceful nature or is helping us see what is blocking our peaceful nature. And so if we start to think about or interact with every person knowing that in reality what they're doing is helping us achieve a greater sense of peace, then no matter what the story is, our response to them becomes gratitude. Because, hey, thank you for helping me reinforce my peaceful nature, or thank you for helping me see what was blocking my peaceful nature. And so let's say you think about person A, and when you think about them, the feeling of resentment comes up. Okay, good. Now I know that resentment was living within me. So thank you, person A or B, because when I thought about you, the thought of resentment came to my mind, which means that I was holding on to that resentment within my body, within my mind and heart. So thank you for helping me see that. Now I can correct my thinking. Now I can release this resentment by forgiveness, by forgiving my brother or sister, by forgiving my own misperception of my brothers and sisters, because they are God's creations. They're always worthy of forgiveness. And so when I practice forgiving instead of using resentment, then that resentment begins to fade away, and forgiveness brings in peace. Because love is your function here as the light of the world, and peace is an expression of that function. When you're aligning with peace through the act of forgiveness, you're fulfilling your function as the light of the world, and so you're feeling fulfilled, and you're feeling of use, and you're feeling worthy of being aligned with that state of love and peace and forgiveness and compassion, of love, of your source. And so we thank our brothers and sisters for that. And so if we go into an interaction, we go into an interaction with our goal already set. Okay, my goal is to bring peace into this interaction. My goal is to be able to reflect this peace and try to offer this peace so that I can reinforce it in myself, so I can become so I can spend more of my day in this peaceful state of mind. And when I do that, I thank my brother and sister for being part of this process, because it was because I interacted with them that I got to practice remembering that I can choose peace instead of the story, the ego story, judgment-centered, fear-based story. And so we thank our brother and sister for that. And even when the story says that we should feel resentful or angry or frustrated by them, we thank them. We thank them because whatever it is however it is that we're defining them, that definition is living within us. And if that definition is aligned with the ego's judgment-centered, fear-based programming, then it's poisoning us. But because we can notice this now, we can correct it. And when we correct it, we begin to let it go, and we begin to heal ourselves by choosing peace instead of the ego's pain, by choosing forgiveness instead of the ego's judgment, by choosing compassion instead of the ego's condemnation. All that brings us back to peace. But it's always our brothers and sisters, when we think about them or when we interact with them, that is offering us that opportunity to practice being that light, being that peaceful, being in that peaceful state, so that our brothers and sisters can see that there's another way. There's another way out of that darkness that they believe is true. That they can choose forgiveness over judgment and thus peace over pain. And so we thank our brothers and sisters when we interact with them. It doesn't have to be verbally, it can be in the heart. And when we think about them, we also thank them, because they're either helping us when we think about them with love, they're helping us reinforce our peaceful nature, and when we think about them in an unloving way, they're helping us see that we're holding on to some unloving thoughts within us that are poisoning us and are taking us away from the state of peace, and thus not making us fulfill our function as the light of the world, as being a representative of peace today. And so let us go ahead and do that today. Pretty simple, pretty basic, but extreme use and extremely important, because peace as an aspect of love is just bringing you back to your natural state, bringing you back to fulfilling your function as the light of the world, bringing you back to creating as you were created to do, to be that expression of love and all those aspects of love in this world, so that you can guide your brothers and sisters out of the darkness and back to the light in them. And so let's try that today. Okay, thank you very much for your time. If you can be so kind as to like, comment, or share this video, it would help with the listening process. And if you made it this far, I love you very much, and God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.